What made you decide to become a volunteer at Lilongwe Wildlife Centre?
Oh, well, I wanted to work with wild animals, and since my girlfriend was also going to Lilongwe Wildlife Centre to study, I thought this would be a very good opportunity to come here. And after looking at their website, it looked very organized and a safe place to come, so that's why I decided to go.
Explain a typical day at Lilongwe Wildlife Centre.
Well, we usually get up early. It's not really a place where you sleep till late in the morning, so I get up maybe at 6, 7 o'clock, make a breakfast in the kitchen, and then there's a schedule every day of things to do. So it can be all different kinds of things. Some days I do baboon observation, where I go and watch the baboons. Sometimes I take care of the orphans, feed little monkeys. Other days I go cut down branches. So it's a good mix of physical things and just work with the animals.
Why do you think Lilongwe Wildlife Centre is an important place?
I think it's important to have a place like this in Malawi, especially because there's a lot of animals being mistreated here. There's a lot of poaching going on, and the Wildlife Centre creates awareness of this situation, and they actually do something about it. They take animals in and try to rehabilitate them so they can set them free in the wild again, and that's the only place in Malawi that does that.
What is your favourite part about working and living at the Wildlife Centre?
It's kind of a bit more primitive than you're used to if you come from Europe or the Western world in general. I like living here because you're out in the open every day, you get lots of fresh air, you see the blue sky, and I came here in the winter, so just to get away from the Danish winter was just fantastic. You know, come down here, it's like being on a vacation every day. Even though you do put in work, maybe 8 hours a day, it's still it doesn't feel like you're doing hard work.
What do you think about the location and the accommodation at the Wildlife Centre?
It's great. I mean, it's basically up on a hill, so you walk up to this volunteer house where you have a chef that cooks you food in the morning, and well, not in the morning, but for lunch and dinner, and you're surrounded by animals and beautiful sunsets. And it's very close to the center as well, so you can go in and shop for all the stuff that you need. So I like the way that it's placed right in Lilongwe and not out in the middle of nowhere.
Mm-hmm. What have you gained from being a volunteer at the Lilongwe Wildlife Centre?
I think a lot of confidence about working with animals. A lot of experience learned from people who know a lot more about it than me. Just sucking in knowledge from people who know how to work with animals and how to deal with different situations, and just the fact that I've never been to Africa, like the real Africa, before. So just I've learned that you can go places that you thought maybe it wouldn't be safe or it wouldn't be a good place to go, and then you find out people are just amazing when you get there. So take chances.
What are you going to tell your friends and family about Lilongwe Wildlife Centre when you get home?
I would tell my friends that if they want a great experience and if they want to do something that's completely different than just sitting in an office or just being a student, then just come here. I would tell my family that Africa is not a scary continent. It's a fantastic place to come, and people are warm and very welcoming. So I wouldn't say the same to my friends as I would say to my family, but I would definitely say something positive to both groups.